Joining me now is Pine Van Wyk. He is in-country director in Namibia for Forsys Metals. Good to see you again.
Yes, very good to see you. Yeah.
Now,
good to be in Toronto.
Yeah, for sure on this snowy day, although I think the snow stopped a little bit. Big snowflakes today. So let's talk about and remind everybody about your big project in Namibia, the Norasa Project. Give us a brief overview.
Yeah, so the Norasa Uranium Project is in the Namibian uranium province in the Rongo region of Namibia. It's surrounded by the familiar long-producing uranium companies like the Rossingero, the Wissop mine, and a couple of others. And we are one of those large-scale operator ore bodies. Obviously, Namibia is renowned for its low-grade uranium deposits, but the economies of scale is what has made Namibia a very successful operator, extracting those lower-grade uranium projects over decades already. So we consist of two sort of deposits. The one is the Valencia deposit, which was the main deposit, and then in subsequent years, the neighboring Namibplaas deposit was discovered to drill out. That's still under our mineral EPL license, and we are parting both of those simultaneously.
Right, so you're going to be doing, you are doing infill drilling in Valencia, you're planning some drilling at Namibplaas, and then you're heading towards an MRE. You'd include those in the MRE, correct?
That's correct, yes. So our Valencia infill drilling, we did there's certain areas that we want to upgrade the resource from indicated to measured, and we've identified certain areas where there's some extension and some satellite outcrops that we've drilled out, so we'll update that by probably Q3. Then Namibplaas drilling will then commence. We hope from March, April onwards, and then they'll get an updated resource there, try and push that to indicators, before the end of the year.
And Pine, you're also working and studying two key technologies, heap leach processing and also ore sorting. So tell us about that.
Yeah, so we've done a lot of work already on the heap leach process. We continue to optimize and improve that. We're looking at different crushing technologies to try increase the recoveries, reduce the reagent consumptions like sulfuric acid and other. But because our ore body is so low grade, we've also now realized that all sorted technology with XRF sorting over the last couple of years has made significant strides in technology. And you can now process through ore sorters at a much higher throughput rate, compared to what you could 10 years ago. We hope that we can get sort of, I think maybe 50-25% rejection of, gang material that will then upgrade it and also reduce hours, as a consumption of gas schedule. So we are doing some initial laboratory scale processing at the moment, ore sorting, and then once that proves to us and uses the comfort, we'll then move into piloting that on a more continuous, larger scale on site itself.
Okay, very good. And now something else the company has done is purchased a property that hosts the Namibplaas deposit. Why was that important?
I mean, it's always better if you as the mining company owns land. It makes financing easier. It just makes, you're not operating on somebody's property, and as we all know, mining is an extractive, type of industry. Then it's just better, strategically to actually own the land, and then you've got the freedom to operate, the way that you want to. So I think it's a very strategic move for us. It just gives us that freedom, without having huge issues.
Right, makes sense. And lastly, Pine, we know the uranium sector still has a lot of tailwinds. It's not quite as strong as it was maybe in the last year and a half or so. But the Forsys metal story is not getting a lot of love from the market. So what are some of the catalysts? What are some of the ways to get the word out and let people know that they should pay attention?
Look, I think for us, we've been, during this time, we've been focusing to get our own house in order, to drive our capital costs down, to drive our operating costs down, to increase our resources and update that. So we've been a little bit like ducks on a pot. We are floating around, we look cool and calm, but we paddle below, like mad. So I think the market can expect that we're going to have much more regular news flows coming from this point forward. We've just recently announced some drilling results that came out Valencia. And over the next couple of months, we're going to see some results of these technologies and trade-off studies that we're doing that is pretty much casting the foundation for our future updated feasibility studies.
All right, well, so we'll look out for that news flow. Thanks for the update. Very good. It's good to see you, Pine, and let's not wait 15 months. So we'll do it soon, we hope.
I hope so.
Okay, very good. Pine Van Wyck of Forsys Metals.